For 50 years, Southern Sanitation has been managing the waste disposal needs of the city of Laredo and the surrounding communities, doing its part in helping keep the community clean. Call Southern Sanitation at 956-723-3333 and let us help you manage all your waste disposal needs. Southern Sanitation, celebrating 50 years of service.
Life is full of great moments, special moments, shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Visit us for an evaluation and let our experienced staff help you get back to living a pain-free life.
and welcome to the night game here following the Pony Palomino World Series opening ceremonies. This game features Grosetto, Italy versus your hometown Laredo, Texas All-Stars. Game is being played here at Unitrade in Laredo, Texas, home of the Tecolotes de los Laredos. Brought to you by Southern Sanitation, our title sponsor, Southern American, who will provide our radar and weather updates. Our broadcast sponsor, Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic. Our box score sponsor, Advanced Spine Pain Solutions. And our new sponsor, Ringo's Barbecue, legendary barbecue and burgers. Got to try the Tombstone, Valdi. It is a daisy if you do.
I've had it before, Gene. It doesn't disappoint. It doesn't disappoint.
Doesn't disappoint at all. On the mound for the Laredo All-Stars is number 12, Antonio Sanchez, who has had a stellar career here at the high school level.
Antonio Sanchez graduated of United High School, Laredo United High School, back in a year ago, 2024. Had a good season playing here for our local university at TAMU. So, and they're looking forward to another big year this coming year from Antonio Sanchez.
What I've seen of him in these tournaments, he is a standout pitcher and a standout at the plate. So this bodes well for Laredo to have him on the team.
He's a good starter for the first game for Laredo. Can't go wrong with them.
Yes, sir. And for Grosetto, Italy, coming up to the plate will be number 10, Dario Lomi. Dario Lomi, if I'm reading this right, again, sometimes when the coaches turn this stuff in, it looks like writings from a doctor on a prescription.
Sometimes it's a little bit worse than that.
Even the pharmacist looks at it and goes, I don't know what to give you. We're going to enjoy the night here. It's a nice warm night, but there is a little bit of a breeze. The flags have stopped moving, but when we were out on the field, it felt much better than it did earlier today when it was about 102, 103 with about 50% humidity, and that was really hard to take.
And the turf doesn't help. It adds another 10, 15 degrees, so it doesn't help.
Completely unforgiving. And this morning we had two great games, Azusa, California versus Chicago, Illinois, and Harlingen playing again this morning. And they had a really hard time against Youngstown, Ohio as well. Both those teams, Azusa and Youngstown, moving along in the tournament with no loss. And so at the plate, right-hander number 10, Dario Lomi, who is their catcher. I'm sorry.
He's in right field.
He's in right field.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I thought I saw two there.
Yeah, no, that's what I saw for us. But it's going to be important for Antonio Sanchez to get ahead on every batter. And that way he doesn't have to pitch from behind.
Always a challenge when you are facing a team you've never seen before, and the Italians making their trip to Laredo for the first time. Ball down on the ground there for ball one. We are at the top of the first inning here. If you just joined us on LaredoPony.org or YouTube /Laredo Pony, that is their channel. And that's a strike from Sanchez to Lomi, the right fielder. One ball, one strike, nobody out, nobody on. Top of the first inning. And that's a swing and a miss for strike two. He's got a good motion to him, Father, when he's at the plate. It's a good
fastball, 3 straight fastballs to start off the game. Stay with the fastball until they're able to hit it. So changeup looked like a changeup right there.
Yep, so 2 balls, 2 strikes on that, 76 miles an hour. We're playing here at Unitrade Stadium, home of the Tecolotes de los Dos Laredos, and they have all the goodies here. They've got that radar gun. And that is down low. That's a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. My colleague here to the right used to be director of Parks and Rec for the great city of Laredo. Very, very familiar with this baseball field here. And swing and a miss, strike three for the first out. Antonio Sanchez fanning Dario Lomi. Coming to the plate, Federico Rizzi, number 43.
Yes, sir. And going back to the stadium, you were a big part also when you said a council. So, I mean, it's a great project for the city of Laredo.
It's brought a lot of attention. We've had great minor league teams here, and now we've got the major league team from the National League of Mexico, Los Tecolotes here.
Yes.
But we brought great tournaments like this. I know this was something that started when you were at Parks and Rec.
Yes, sir.
Big part of Pony and Little League and all the things that we do. We've got so many baseball fields in Laredo. Laredo really is a baseball town.
Yes, sir. And it's great for our local kids, to play at a stadium like this. It's just awesome for the kids. The kids look forward to it, and it's a great recruiting tool for the university also.
In spite of the hot weather we have year-round, people do enjoy going out and playing baseball here in Laredo. And the windup from Sanchez, and that's ball one to the batter Federico Rizzi, left-hander playing center field for Grosetto, Italy. Got a chance to visit a little bit with the coaches from Italy. This area of Italy is the Tuscan region where this team is from. Swing and a miss, strike one for Sanchez to Federico Rizzi.
He's looking good, mixing up his pitches. That was a changeup right there, coming off of a fastball. So, good change of pace from Antonio Sanchez.
Manuel Chaires behind the plate there, catcher, good duo there. They're very familiar with each other, and I know that they work in tandem really well.
Yes, sir, they did back in Laredo United High School.
Rizzi batting left-handed against the right-hander Sanchez. Takes another one looking, and it's 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here at the top of the first inning in the nightcap tonight here for Pony Palomino World Series in Laredo, Texas. Live from Unitrade Stadium, brought to you by Southern Sanitation, our title sponsor. Been in business for over 50 years. Sanchez with a windup and throws strike 2 to Rizzi. Full count here with 1 out. Nobody on, no score yet. Top of the first. Great baseball action here in Pony Palomino. And that is strike 3 to Rizzi. Sanchez fanning another one. Caught Rizzi looking.
Came back with the fastball. Stayed with the fastball until they hit it.
Enrico Bicchiarelli, number 66, your catcher for Grosetto, Italy. Enrico Bicchiarelli. Bicchiarelli, the catcher, standing in here against Antonio Sanchez, right-hander for Laredo. Grosetto, Italy, the team hailing from the Tuscan region of Italy. Nice warm sun out there as well, but probably not as hot as Laredo. And that's a strike, although Bicchiarelli thought it was a little inside. 2 strikes, 2 outs here at the top of the first inning. Sanchez having a great first inning at the mound. That's high into center field. Center fielder's running to it and drops it. The ball hits the turf. Center fielder mishandled that, and that puts a runner at first base, Enrico Bicchiarelli.
Jeremy Castillo just lost the ball. I don't know if he lost the ball in the lights or just...
A common occurrence these days with these newfangled lights, awfully bright lights that they have. Had that happen earlier with the sunlight, though. The middle game had the sun directly above it, and one of the players mishandled it there. Number 7, Jordan Ariani. Hits one high, and it's dropped. And Bicchiarelli stands up at third. Runners on the corner. Ariani, high fly ball in the left field. Left fielder tried to slide to get under it, and it just popped out of his glove. And that puts runners on the corners for Grosetto, Italy. Catcher Chidas wanted to have a conversation with his teammates about supporting their pitcher.
And it's going to be interesting what they score that, Gene. I don't know if it's going to be a base hit or an error on the left fielder, Andrew De Leon.
Well, looks they've got it up on the board there. Looks like they've already given him the error. So they gave one to the center fielder for his mishandle.
Yes, sir.
And now they gave the left fielder, Andrew De Leon, charged with that error. Number 99, Cesar Iceta. Cesar Iceta at the plate. Cesar Iceta. Not sure how to roll that one, whether it's Cesar or Caesar. That one gets past the catcher, and there's not going to be a play at home. Italy scores first.
That's what happens when you get errors. I mean, Antonio Sanchez should have been out of the inning a couple of batters ago, you know, and it hurts. You know, you get 2 errors and then a pass ball. You get 1 unearned run for Antonio Sanchez.
And that starts to demoralize your pitcher at some point, so
Yes, sir.
Needs his defense. Enrico Biccarelli crossing the plate for run number 1. And that's a ball to the batter, number 99, Cesar Iceta. The left fielder for Italy, Antonio Sanchez on the mound. Runner at second is Ariani. And that's on the ground, foul ball. So Italy leads top of the first inning 1-0, 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes, runner at second. And at the plate, number 99, Cesar Iceta, the left fielder for Italy, facing Antonio Sanchez on the mound. As he settles in, looking at the runner at second. And Iceta takes ball 3 for a full count. So runner at second. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 run scored, 1 in scoring position, and a full count. And that's a foul ball. Headed out towards Souvenir Land right there by first base line.
I was going to say, Gene, that Antonio Sanchez has to be smart here because you do have first base open, so have the batter hit your pitch. You know.
That's right. It's all about making good choices, good strategy here. Iceta, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's the way to close the door. But the damage done, 2 errors, 1 run. Italy leads in the middle of the first inning, 1-0. And we'd like to take this time to say thank you to our title sponsor, Southern Sanitation and Southern American, who is providing our live Doppler radar. For 50 years, Southern Sanitation has been managing the waste disposal needs of the city of Laredo and the surrounding communities, doing its part in helping keep the community clean. Call Southern Sanitation at 956-723-3333 and let us help you manage all your waste disposal needs. Southern Sanitation, celebrating 50 years of service.
Life is full of shared with friends.
Back from our commercial break as we come to the bottom of the first inning. Coming up to the plate, number 14, Enrique Loyola, the second baseman for Laredo, facing Piero Soldaini from Grosetto, Italy, on the mound for the visitors. And strike one, swing and a miss by Loyola. Behind the plate is Enrico Bicchiarelli. Mr. Bicchiarelli having a good first inning, and that one's on the ground, third base, picked up by third baseman. Hard throw. Nice defensive play by the Italian third baseman there. Exceptional move by Leonardo Cavallini.
Nice play by the third baseman, Leonardo.
Slid right to it, got up and fired a cannon over to first base. And at the plate, number 3, Andrew De Leon, the left fielder, against Piero Soldaini, the right-hander for Italy, on the mound. One out here in the bottom of the first. 1 run scored by Italy. They lead. 1 out. The count, 1 that I've seen in the tournaments over the years. And that's a strike from Soldaini to De Leon, the left fielder. So the count 2-1 with 1 out here with De Leon, the right-hander, facing the right-hander Piero Soldaini. Check, swing, and no, and didn't go.
And De Leon is also very similar to Antonio Sanchez Gene because he also pitches and has a good bat. So he's an all-around player. Yes, sir.
3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. De Leon facing Soldaini, and he walks. So we got a runner at first. Number 2 is it Brighton Clements, the shortstop, coming. He's got a brother, Clements, who did really well several years ago.
Well, this is Clements played at Alexander last year. Played at Baylor this past year. Going into the sophomore year at Baylor University.
Outstanding. Again, great talent, deep talent on this team here. Runner at first. Clements at the plate. Soldaini on the mound for Italy. It delivers strike 1. And the catcher, little brave, from his kneeled stance, shot one over to first to keep the runner nice and tight. 1 run, Italy leading Laredo here in the bottom of the first inning. 1 out, 1 strike to the batter Clements. Runner at first, and the pitch, a little low. 1-1 the count. 67-mile-an-hour pitch there from Soldaini.
And don't be surprised if Coach Manolo Rangel goes with a hit and run in this pitch right here.
Veteran coach Manolo Rangel has taken several teams to the championship tournament. Good relationship between the catcher and the first baseman here for Italy, Matteo Joretsky, and I'll get that right in a second, and the catcher, Enrico Bicchiarelli. At the plate, Clements, 2-1 the count, and it's 3-1 the count now. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. broadcast brought to you by the good folks at the City of Laredo, Laredo Convention and Visitors Bureau, Webb County, the Honorable Judge Tano Tijerina and the County Commissioners, big supporters of athletics here in Laredo and Webb County. The pitch, and that is high into center field. Center fielder is just adjusting nicely, and that is out number 2. So Clements flies out to center field.
I was really waiting for a hit and run or a straight steal from Andrew Leon, because Andrew Leon has good speed, and just get the ball in motion and get the run in motion. So I was surprised Coach Raquel didn't call for something like that.
De Leon with a set of wheels could have probably gotten a second, a good in that situation. But now we've got number 8 Hector Cadena, the third baseman, with 2 outs, flies one straight up. It's in foul territory, but he's going to try to get it. And oh yeah, first baseman gets that, Mateo Georgietsky, and we'll get that right. And if you're out there on YouTube in Grosetto, Italy, I know it's late or early in the morning. If I'm not saying it right, please correct me. So the end of the first inning, 1-0, Italy leads the Laredo host team. And we'll be right back after a brief commercial. Stadium, Antonio Sanchez on the mound, facing the leadoff batter here, Gabriel Cirina, designated hitter for Italy, takes strike 1. Sanchez had a good first inning, was really good his first 2 batters, and then some errors charged his teammates, allowed 1 run to score. And that's ball 1.
Yeah, back-to-back errors in the pass ball.
And that's the score that we have. That 1 run was on a pass ball after Bicchiarelli was able to get on an error and then advance on another error. Sanchez winding up here. Man, it's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Top of the second inning.
The catcher tried to look back at the umpire and trying to see where the ball was. I think he got the corner.
Chidas and Sanchez playing well together, good collaborators, have been in this tournament before as teammates. 3 balls, 1 strike. First batter here in the second inning, leading off for Italy. Cirina takes ball 4 and heads to first base. So runner at first. No outs, top of the first, and coming to the plate is Leonardo Cavallini. Leonardo Cavallini.
And you try and pitch ahead to Mr. Sanchez, Antonio Sanchez. You got to get ahead. One, because there's a pitch count. There's a pitch, and you want to save yourself also for the following day or for Monday.
Agreed. That was one of the issues that happened earlier in the early games. Harlingen went through 5 pitchers, again trying to conserve their pitch counts, but it just got away from them. So here we are in the top of the second. Sanchez trying to do the same. Chidas holding the runner over at first, trying to keep him honest. And at the plate, Leonardo Cavallini, the third baseman who had a great play there in that first inning. At the plate, facing Antonio Sanchez of the Laredo All-Star team. Checking the runner at first, safe. The team hailing from the Tuscan region of Italy arrived early, Valdi. They came in on Tuesday and have been here touring the city.
Nice.
Swing and a miss by Cavallini. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out, runner at first. They got the nickel tour at City Hall.
Okay.
Thank you to our council member Alyssa Ciarroa for hosting the team.
Thank you, council member.
Great job of putting that right in the low corner there and getting Cavallini to take a swipe at it for strike 3, recording the first out of the inning for Italy. At the Matteo Giorgeschi, and we're going to get that right at some point here at the plate.
I did get a chance to talk to the Italy coach last night at the dinner, and they were just extremely happy to be here. Love the city. I mean, it's good. It's good to see all these people come down to our city of Laredo.
That's a foul ball. Oh, and that went right by my cameraman over at first base. Josh ducking that ball as it went right by his left ear, whistling, "Hey, I'm coming at you." 18, Matteo Gorgetski. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 the count, 1 out, runner at first. Sanchez trying to conserve his pitches, because that's the name of the game here. You've got a long foul ball. And so it's a game of innings and pitches that sometimes can get away from you.
Yes.
And as we saw earlier with the Harlingen team, they went through 5 pitchers. And conversely, Youngstown, Ohio, Wright, who was pitching for them, behind him and cleans up the rest of the game. And Youngstown, Ohio, winning 15-0 over Harlingen. And so,
and looking at the bracket, I think it's important for every team to have at least anywhere from 6 to 8 pitchers for the whole tournament.
That's a lot of talent in the bullpen to bring on a team. The folks that came in from Chicago, I believe, brought 11, maybe 12 players, and that's it. They did not have, possibly in the world, collaboration between the owner of the device in the unit and the city of Laredo, who was allowed to be installed at the airport's air view, the ARF, as it is affectionately known, provides coverage for a region that did not have coverage from live Doppler radar before. Our broadcast sponsor, Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, John Puig, Dr. John Puig, Dr. Miguel Solis, great doctors over there, sports, orthopedics, and therapy. Great doctors to have in your community.
They do a great job for high school athletics. You see them at every football game and stuff like that. So
they have been the team doctor for high schools and the local pro and university teams as well. Great staff over there. Sanchez strikes out Mateo Jorgeshi, and we're going to get this right in a second. And Mateo Pasucci, I can't see if that's a C, it's Pascucci. Mateo playing shortstop for Italy, facing Antonio Sanchez on the mound with 2 outs, 1 ball the count, 1-0 Italy here in the top of the second inning. Foul ball.
See, and Antonio Sanchez is not pitching bad, Gene. I mean, he's faced 8 batters so far, and half of the outs have been strikeouts. You know, he has 4 strikeouts already in 2 innings. So he's not pitching bad, but he is getting behind the hitters, so he's throwing a lot of pitches.
His pitch count climbing, swing and a miss. Strike 2 for Pascucci. Number 5, playing the shortstop for the Italian team from Grosetto, Italy. Runner at first, and that's a chopper down the baseline, foul. Runner coming back to first base, number 12, Gabriel Sirina, who's been there for a while now, waiting to advance. Not really aggressive on the bases, the Italians. Pascucci back in the box with Sanchez on the mound for Laredo with a 1-2 count, 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. And that one goes right back towards the pitcher. And force out at second, and that retires the side. So 1 hit, no runs scored here. Italy leads Laredo 1-0. Let's see if we can take a peek at that live Doppler radar, and we'll just kind of watch over and tell everybody what the temperature looks like, what the humidity looks like. Great atmosphere here at the Unitrade, music playing in the background, and here's our radar. It's 97 degrees outside, but it's 39. Not a bad night for baseball here in Laredo, Texas. Thank you, Southern American, for your live Doppler radar. Thank you to Southern Sanitation, our title sponsor. We've got other sponsors as well, the City of Laredo, UISD and LISD, both providing facilities and transportation for our players today. We have our good friends over at Tammy U, the Dust Devils, also big sponsors of the Pony Palomino World Series and Bronco World Series. The Laredo Hispanic Chamber of Commerce also sponsors, and then Linedecker Construction, builders of these fine facilities. Contractor who built Unitrade is currently wrapping up the sports complex, the new Buena Vista Sports Complex for the City of Laredo. Shout out to JJ Gomez, Director of Parks, and his staff, also here tonight to lend a hand to make sure this goes well. And we go back to the live action here. At the plate, number 17 for Laredo is Reynaldo Lorenzo. And I think I got that right. It's Ronaldo Lorenzo, the first baseman. Over to third, the first, and out. Number 1 recorded.
That's the second nice play that third baseman for Italy has made.
Good defensive player there over for Italy, Leonardo Cavallini. Cavallini having a good defensive night. Jeremy Gabriel, the center fielder, number 11, left-hander facing the right-hander Soldaini, who so far has not done bad on the mound, has held Laredo scoreless. They lead 1-0. The Italians do. 1 ball, one out, nobody on here in the bottom of the second.
Alexander, I played baseball as a center fielder for Alexander High School.
A lot of talent on this team, absolutely. Alexander United and a couple other schools represented here with the All-Stars for Laredo. A couple of them have gone on to play some collegiate ball. Soldaini in command right now. 1-0 the score. That's a little low. 3 balls, 1 strike. On the mound for Italy and at the plate for Laredo. And that one gets a piece of Gabriel, and Gabriel will walk to first. Just skimmed him right off of the arm there. And as they say in our neighborhood, se vale sobar. But there is no crying in baseball. Stepping up to the plate, number 10, Orlando Guzman, the right fielder for Laredo, facing Piero Soldaini. On the mound for Grosetto, Italy. Runner at first, Gabriel, looking to advance. Swing and a miss by Guzman. Orlando Guzman, talented young man, playing here high school ball here in Laredo, Texas, is the son of my colleague here to my right. Outstanding young man, raised right. Valdi Guzman, also a standout in his day.
Thank you. Played at Nixon High School.
And so Guzman, high school standout at Nixon High School, is looking forward to going on to play at the next level. Right now is facing Soldaini, Piero Soldaini. And that one hits the dirt, but the catcher, whose name is Enrico Bicchiarelli doing a good job of keeping that in front of him, and Gabriel holding at first. 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike here at the bottom of the second. And we might be having some visitors come in soon. We've got our folks from Chinese Taipei, Taiwan here. Sometimes come by to visit us and help us out with the names for the game. Always a challenge. So far we've had to work with the folks from Youngstown, Ohio, to get the names right on some of their players. Unfamiliar to us South Texas boys. And now working to get the Italian names pronounced correctly. And soon we'll be faced with the Chinese Taipei Taiwan team, the Taiwanese team, here tomorrow, and they'll come up and give us a hand with the PA as well as the broadcast. And so Guzman takes one on the arm and is now at first base. So we have runners at second and first with 1 out. Soldaini, hitting his second batter, will now face 16 Manuel Chaitis, the catcher. Chaitis is really good with his bat. I've seen him at a couple other tournaments where he's done really well for his team. 2 runners on, 1 out, bottom of the second, and he takes strike 1 from Soldaini.
Jan, you were talking about our local kids playing at the next level. And it's important for Laredo to host these types of tournaments. And just to let you know, we do have a scout from the Tampa Bay Rays here in attendance tonight, and an assistant baseball coach from UTRGV here tonight.
Outstanding. Always great to see that our talent is being looked at. The right fielder is going to get underneath that, and they're going to send the runner, and there's going to be a play, and he gets him. Thrown out at third, the right fielder firing it right to the cutoff man. Cutoff man quickly turning and hitting the third baseman for out number 3. Outstanding defense by the Italians here to close out the top of the third inning. I'm sorry, the bottom of the second inning as we go to the top of the third. So we'll take a quick commercial break and let me visit with my friends from Taiwan, and we'll be right back. Our legendary coach who walked in here to say hello to the crew. And number 10 fouls it over the first baseline. Dario Lomi leading off for Italy here in the top of the third inning, facing Antonio Sanchez, who is quickly rising on his pitch count. I see Coach Manolo Rangel already walking out here, thinking about what his next move is. Excellent strategist, Coach Rangel is. And that's foul ball.
This is the second time. This is top of the lineup for Italy. Dario struck out the first time. So this is the second time he's going to face Antonio Sanchez. So they both have to make their adjustments.
And let's see how he does that, how well Dario Lomi does. And now he's keeping Sanchez at bay. As you said, struck out the first time at bat. Now he's making him work for it. On deck, Federico Rizzi lining up to come into the batter's box. And that is strike three for Lomi. Sanchez fanning the first one, the second time he strikes him out. Federico Rizzi, the left-handed batter, coming into the box to face Antonio Sanchez. Rizzi is the center fielder.
But Rizzi also struck out in the first inning.
These were the first two batters that Sanchez faced. And there's an adjustment for sure as he gets that one to drop between left and center, right over the shortstop. And so we have a runner at first. Sanchez giving up the hit here. And if I'm not mistaken, that really is the first hit of the game. The other two have come by error.
Yes, that's the first hit for either team. That was a nice piece of hitting by Federico. Outside pitch going the opposite field to left center field.
And now the catcher, Enrico Bicchiarelli, the tall catcher for Grosetto, Italy, has seen Sanchez in the first inning and got on base on an error. And basically hit it in the same area that he hit this one, except this time the right fielder was able to grab it for out number 2 here in the top of the third inning. If you're out there watching the game, getting a little hungry, Ringo's Barbecue, legendary barbecue and burgers, great brisket, great sausage, everything they make with exceptional care. And then they have some burgers that are absolutely phenomenal. There is a challenge out there, the Tombstone Challenge. This is about a 1-pound burger that also has brisket, sausage, bacon, topped with a fried egg. And that grounded to third, picked up nicely by the third baseman. And that is out number 3 for Italy. And so no runs scored, runner stranded on first. The score remains 1-0 Italy. Bottom of the third, Laredo coming to the plate. And we'll be right back after some brief commercials. For 50 has been managing the waste of service.
Life is full of great moments.
Command of the mound delivers a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike here in the bottom of the third. Nobody out, nobody on. With a little change up there.
That was a nice pitch. Nice pitch. Nice breaking ball. 58 miles per hour. Nice breaking ball.
Soldaini has had a good outing so far. Couple for the Italians, but has had good command of his pitches for the most part. Just 2 of them that have gotten away from him.
Most pitchers have thrown well, thrown the ball well. You know, not like you were saying earlier, there's only been 1 base hit between.
And Soldaini walks Sanchez. Sanchez, a speedster, so look for some aggressive base running here. Number 14, top of the order, Enrique Loyola, the second baseman coming in. And now we've got Soldaini with a runner at first. The top of the order, Enrique. Here in the bottom of the third inning, Italy still clinging to a 1-run lead.
Let him steal.
And number 3, Andrew De Leon, the left fielder, now in the plate against Soldaini with 2 outs, 1 ball, nobody on. Sanchez with a great set of wheels just was already at second base when the batter, and the wind is picking up, and that is an out. What a fantastic catch by the center fielder. Again, I can hear the wind whistling through our window here, and I see the Chinese Taipei flag, the Taiwanese flag, bristling over there on one side, and the Texas and American flag on the other. So the wind has definitely picked up. Live Doppler radar. So let's see. Hello. Let's see. Hello. Hello. And swing and a miss. Strike. Souvenir. Sanchez, though, must be going up on his pitch count already.
Yes.
These batters are playing very well at the plate, making him earn his strikeouts. Oh, and Sirena thought that he had himself a walk, but the umpire said otherwise. And so that is out number 2, and Manolo Rangel is walking to the mound, and he's looking out towards his left, and we may be having a pitching change here at the top of the 4th inning as it gets ready to wrap up. And looks like we've got one of our tents up there. And we're going to bring that down to keep it from blowing away. Now the other ones are pretty well bolted down, so I think we're going to be okay. Although it might be ideal for us to take the canopies down, so we'll see what the team over in the production room and over in the broadcast room decide. They might want to issue a take down your canopies order to the folks over in center field, first and third, where we have our cameras. 4 camera setup here for us. And so now the third baseman has come in to pitch. Hector Cadena has taken over for for Antonio Sanchez, and he'll be facing Leonardo Cavallini here in the top of the 4th inning.
Just a slight correction, it's J.P. Briseño, the new pitcher that came in.
Oh,
number 4, J.P. Briseño.
My bad there, correction. J.P. Briseño, and it says the 3rd, so is he the 3rd?
I think so, yes.
Juan Pedro Briseño the 3rd, J.P. Briseño number 4 is our new pitcher. So correction, good catch there by my sidekick, Valdi Guzman, former standout at Nixon High School, and then he went on to play college ball as well.
J.P. Briseño, also an all-district pitcher for United South High School. Also can hit the ball, good all-around player also.
So all the high schools represented here on this Laredo team. It really is a all-star team from all 4 corners of Laredo. Number 3, Leonardo Cavallini, will be stepping into the plate against J.P. Briseño here in the top of the 4th as Laredo tries to keep the lid on Italy, not let them get any more runs. Italy currently leading 1-0, but it has been a pitcher's duel. Sanchez did an exceptional job in the first 4 frames, and now they've got JP trying to close it out here. Let's see what Leonardo Cavallini does as he takes strike 1 from Briseño.
Nice way to start off the first batter with the breaking ball. 67-mile-per-hour breaking ball.
Going to make him think his pitch is here going forward, so let's see how Cavallini adjusts to this. High fastball, 79-mile-an-hour fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 4th inning, Pony Palomino World Series action here in Laredo, Texas at Unitrade Stadium, home of the Tecolotes from the Dos Laredos. And the pitch is also a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. We continue to have great baseball action further into the weekend here, Saturday, Sunday. Foul tip. Saturday, we'll have games here at 9 and 11:30, and then we come back at 6 and start all over again. Trying to avoid the peak heat of the day, we take a break here about 2 o'clock and then come back till 4 in an effort to keep these players hydrated and cool.
I was going to say, Gene, J.P. Briseño doesn't throw as hard as A.J. Sanchez, Antonio Sanchez, but he has a lot of good breaking stuff. He's a smart, crafty pitcher that knows where to place the ball.
And you need that in your bullpen. You need to have both those kind of pitchers. And I know Laredo's deep with talent. And that is 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs now. Full count to the batter, Cavallini. Briseño on the mound, the crafty right-hander. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that does it for Italy's turn at bat. And we go to the bottom of the 4th with Laredo trailing Italy 1-0. And we'll be right back after these commercial messages. Briseño, Z. Number 2 for Laredo, Clements, the shortstop, against Piero Soldaini, still on the mound here in the bottom of the 4th inning for Grosetto, Italy. He has pitched all 4 innings so far. 1-0 the score. Foul ball, that's strike 2 to Clements. And we've been informed that our camera over in center field has taken a tumble, and the high winds, as we said earlier, had picked up, and so we're now looking to see what the issue is, and we'll try to get that back online soon here. Clements in the box, Soldaini on the mound, and that's a grounder to short, picked up nicely. Nice hard throw, and a little errant, a little high, and so runner advances to first base here on an errant throw from the shortstop.
It's going to be important for Laredo to get on the board here, Gene. It's important in right here. They got to start getting on the board, start producing something.
Hector Cadena now coming to the plate with a runner on. Soldaini still on the mound and still hasn't given up a base hit, so he's in control, just could not get this runner out at first. And strike 1 to the batter, Cadena. Soldaini again having a good night so far here in the bottom of the fourth. Cadena at the plate. And checks the runner at first. And yes, the wind has picked up. We are seeing the wind move quite a bit here. And had one of our tents and one of our cameras get twisted out of the wind over there. So we'll see what the technical difficulties will be to bring on our fourth camera back online. There goes a runner, and the catcher just launches it into center field. And the runner advances all the way to third. So Cadena now has a runner here at third. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Bottom of the fourth inning. And the Italians will now try to keep the lid on this.
Cadena being the power hitter for Laredo, it's important to see him here hit a sacrifice fly to the outfield.
And Soldaini here will do his very best to keep that run at bay. The windup, and that one right over the third baseman. That's going to roll into left field. That will score a run, and that will tie the game. Laredo 1, Italy 1. Nobody out here at the bottom of the fourth, and Cadena bats a run in. Laredo now has number 17, Ronaldo Lorenzo, the first baseman, coming to the plate. And the coach for the team from Italy now coming to the mound to visit with his pitcher. And I think we're going to have a pitching change here to close out the inning. No outs. 1 hit so far given up by Soldaini, but that allowed a run to score. And while they'll discuss it, let's flash our sponsor boards there. Say thank you to some of our sponsors out there: Line Decker Construction, Ringo's, Laredo Sports Medicine, Advanced Spine, and our title sponsor, Southern Sanitation and Southern American, our radar, Doppler radar, live Doppler radar provider. And here we go. Number 17, Ronaldo Lorenzo, coming back to the plate with Soldaini now on the mound.
Laredo has good speed on the bases again, Gene, with Cadena at first base, so don't be surprised if they try and steal once again.
Aggressive base runners Laredo has been in the previous tournaments that I've seen. They've got good speed, so I know that that's important to them to utilize their talents. Lorenzo at the plate, Soldaini on the mound, runner at first. 1 run has scored here at the bottom of the fourth. And that's a shot right over the second baseman. Right fielder is scooping that up, holding the runner at second. So with no outs, you've got 2 runners on, first and second. And number 10.
Number 11, Jeremy.
I'm sorry, number 11 coming up to the plate, Jeremy Gabriel.
So with nobody out, you can see Jeremy put a bunt down here. Good bunter during the season, left-handed hitter, so we're going to see a bunt for sure, knowing Manolo like it.
And if the coach is a good strategist, that's exactly what he's going to do. Let's see how the Italians respond. Again, great defensive player here at third base for the Italians, Leonardo Cavallini. See how he handles that. And the coach now, again, walking, and he is asking for his pitcher to come in from the bullpen. And jogging in from right field is the pitcher coming in to relieve, Piero Soldaini. And while they warm up, let's go ahead and take a commercial break. at this moment, and we'll be right back. Pony Palomino World Series. Score is 1-1. Bottom of the fourth, 2 runners on, nobody out. 1 ball the count to Gabriel. And so watching, being careful not to put himself out. Everybody calm down there. The catcher calming his infield. Number 36, Mattia Muzio, the pitcher, left-hander for Italy, coming in relief of Soldaini. Here in the bottom of the fourth, and that is 3 balls, no strikes from Mattia Muzio. Runners at first and second. A little bit of silence here. Apologize for that. And runner are all going to move along. And now we have bases loaded with nobody out. Number 10, Orlando Guzman, the right fielder, who took one on the arm the last time he was up, steps into the batter's box with his team tied 1-1 with the team from Grosetto, Italy.
Orlando has to be smart here and pitch it through 4 straight balls, so he has to be smart here and let them throw the first strike.
Mattia Muzio, the Italian left-hander, throws one inside. That is the 5th ball in a row that he's thrown. Guzman patiently watching that. Runners on all bases, nobody out. And he takes strike one. 1-1 the count, nobody out, bases loaded, bottom of the 4th. Here at the Pony Palomino World Series at Unit Trade Stadium, the pitch, strike 2 from Muzio. The left-hander who came in relief of Soldaini, facing bases loaded. And that is going to be ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Bottom of the 4th, bases loaded. On deck, number 9, Alejandro Galvan. And that's ball 3. So now we've got a full count, bases loaded, nobody out. Now let's see what Muzio and the Italians have in store here. And that is a high foul ball. It's playable, but the first baseman unable to come up with the foul catch there.
We talked about the wind and brought it back to play.
And that is exactly what's happening. That wind coming out of the southeast, blowing nicely now. We're probably going to have to take a quick look at our Doppler to see what it's gone up to, because there are some nice gusts out there. We can hear it. Both flags are now flapping out in left field. And that is ball 4, and that's going to score another run here. At the bottom of the 4th, Laredo 2, Italy 1, with nobody out and bases still loaded. So the game has changed here with the new pitcher, Muzio, facing number 9, Alejandro Galvan.
I'm thinking Alejandro Galvan came in for Chaires because as we saw earlier, Chaires got hit by a foul ball. So, Galvan is a backup catcher for Laredo.
And that's the substitution. And that's a foul ball with runners aggressively running, but will return to their bases.
Good call by Manolo Rangel. Nobody out, safety squeeze, good play.
2 strikes on the batter Galvan. Mattia Muzio, the left-hander for Italy. High ball, infield fly ball. First baseman just trying to get this ball as that wind is whipping it around. It started out around the first base line, right down that first base line, and wound up about middle of the field here by the pitcher's mound. That ball moving with the wind, which could play a factor here going into the later innings of this game. Number 12, Antonio Sanchez, who was on the mound, now coming into the batter's box with bases loaded, 1 out. To score 2-1, Laredo leading Italy here in the bottom of the 4th. A really exciting game, and that's a safety squeeze done to perfection here by the Laredo team, and we have a run scored. In the bottom of the 4th, the score now 3-1, bases still loaded, 1 out. And Manolo Rangel, using his talents as a tactician to advance his team getting one more run in here. Now number 14 coming to the plate. And Muccio throws ball one to him.
And seeing Antonio Sanchez throughout the years, he's always been a great blender with speed, so that was a perfect call from Manolo.
Foul ball right down that third baseline. With one out, runners on all bases, the left-hander Muccio trying to keep the score down, facing the right-hander for Laredo, number 14, who we're trying to get a name for off the roster here. It appears that when the photos were sent to us, somebody's thumb was on the balance of the team roster.
It's Enrique Loyola, the second baseman.
So Enrique, the leadoff hitter,
Yes.
number 14, the second baseman. And you can hear that wind whistle. I don't know if we can hear it with our microphone as it whistles in from the little crack in our window here. And the ball gets past the catcher, and the pitcher does not cover in time, and a run scores. So now it is 4-1 with one out, runners at second and third. Enrique Loyola, the second baseman, at the plate. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning, Muccio trying to close out this inning and not let any more runs score. They are now down 4-1. And Loyola hits one out into center field. Again, the wind playing a role. There's a tag from the runner at third. And Laredo will now move ahead 5-1 here in the bottom of the fourth inning as the 10 o'clock hour has hit. Again, the team's trying to deal with what has now been a gusty wind that has picked up here. Field sitting next to the airport here in Laredo, Texas. High ground. Breeze comes out of the southeast, and when it picks up, this is a place you're going to feel it. Number 3, Andrew De Leon, up to bat, foul ball. 2 outs, runner at second. 5-1 here at the bottom of the fourth inning. Italy now trailing Laredo. Muccio, left-hander, facing De Leon, the right-hander. And that's a shot into right field. It's going to drop. RBI for Andrew De Leon. 6-1 now. Laredo leading the team from Grosetto, Italy.
I'm thinking, I don't know if you saw the right fielder. I'm thinking he was thinking he had to play on that fly ball, and the wind just brought it back.
It is causing issues for the folks here. And so we'll continue to monitor this. Number 2, Brighton Clements here at the plate with 2 outs, runner at first, and Laredo leading 6-1 in the bottom of the fourth inning. Muccio, the pitcher, delivers, and that one is shot into center field, and the center fielder grabs that for out number 3, and that retires the side, but not before Laredo puts on 6 runs here in the bottom of the fourth inning to take a 6-1 lead over the team from Grosetto, Italy. And we'll be right back after these commercial messages.
Is there a time limit?
For 50 years, Southern Sanitation has been managing the waste disposal needs of the city of Laredo and the surrounding communities, doing its part in helping keep the community clean. Call Southern Sanitation at 956-723-3333 and let us help you manage all your waste disposal needs. Southern Sanitation, celebrating 50 years of service. Back on?
Yes, sir. Number 3, 1 out. No batting, Mateo.
Apologize, call, nature calls. And we're back here, number 5, Matteo Pascucci at the plate, the shortstop for Italy. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning, with Laredo now in a commanding lead, 6-1 over the Italians after a stellar bottom of the 4th. So again, the wind now becoming a factor. Oh, and Pascucci takes one in the elbow. Oh, yeah, that's going to hurt for a second here. And so the coach will take a quick peek at him, walk him over to first, while number 10, Dadio Lomi, prepares to come into the batter's box with J.P. Briseño on the mound for Laredo. Top of the 5th inning here. These games typically go to 7.
Yes, sir.
And we are past the 10 o'clock hour. But nobody here turns into a pumpkin until midnight. So we're good. We'll keep on playing.
You were talking earlier about a legend walking into the room with Butch Flores, but I turned over there to the right. You have 2 of them. You got Nick Villarreal and Butch Flores. It's good to see them out here.
Good to see them out at the baseball field. Butch Flores and Nick Villarreal sitting in the production booth over there with our staff. They are monitoring the scoreboard in the Jumbotron along with the legendary Art Trevino, a legend here in Laredo, Texas. Don't tell me what for.
In his own mind.
Could be. Oh, that one, catcher quick on his feet, let that one get away from him a little bit, but he managed to keep the runner at first, who's still rubbing his elbow. Pascucci still smarting from the pitch that he got hit with. Dario Lomi here trying to rally his team, shoots one right down the middle, and now the Italians have two on the bases. With number 43, Federico Rizzi, coming to the plate, the left-hander, with runners at first and second, one out, here in the top of the fifth inning, in the Pony Palomino World Series, brought to you by Southern Sanitation, Southern American, and our good friends at Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic. That one's in the dirt. Ball one to Rizzi. Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, Dr. Marta Martinez. Clinics here in Laredo and in Edinburgh. So if you're here from the Valley, Dr. Marta Martinez is your guy when you have chronic pain. That one's in the dirt as well. Ball two, one out, two balls. Runners at first and second. Top of the fifth inning. Pony Palomino World Series, Laredo leading Italy 6-1. JP Bersenio on the mound facing Federico Rizzi, the left-hander, center fielder for Grosetto, Italy. Swing foul tip.
Italy has two base hits, and Federico had the first base hit for Italy back in the third inning.
Solid player at the plate, and did an exceptional job over in center field, given the wind conditions, to keep that ball in front of him, and the other one, he slid right under for the out.
Nice, pretty swing that he has.
Swing and a miss. Strike two for Rizzi. 79-mile-an-hour pitch from J.P. Bersenio. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 runners on. Federico Rizzi at the plate, facing J.P. Bersenio on the mound, and the pitch. And that one is chopped towards first base. Runners will advance. And 2 outs now. But runners at third and second, scoring positions with our next batter, number 66, Enrico Bicchiarelli.
I was going to say J.P. Bersenio and Alex Galvan, the catcher for Laredo, know each other very well because they were both the pitcher and catcher for United South this past year.
So good relationship there between the pitcher and catcher. The catcher for Italy at the plate, Bicchiarelli, takes one low. Ball 1, 2 outs. Runners in scoring position. Here in the top of the fifth inning, Italy trailing Laredo 6-1. With J.P. Bersenio on the mound, trying to hold them off. Nice swing by Bicchiarelli for strike number 1. So the count 1-1, 2 outs, 2 runners on. The catcher Bicchiarelli at the plate. Bersenio on the mound, winds, swing and a miss, strike 2 for Bicchiarelli.
So Bersenio will throw his 68, 65 mile per hour curveball, slider, whatever it is, and then he throws a fastball at 78, and it looks like it's coming like 90 miles per hour because he changes speed very well.
Very deceptive, and here,
there you go.
Strike 3. There you go.
Curveball.
Got him looking. So that retires the side. No runs. 2 men stranded here for the Italians. And going into the bottom of the 5th, Laredo leads 6-1. And we'll be right back after these commercial messages. double over the left fielder's head, running all the way to the wall. Stand-up double here for the leadoff batter for Laredo. As they lead the Italians here in the bottom of the fifth inning, 6-1. So runner at second base, number 8, Hector Cadena, with number 17, Ronaldo Lorenzo. Ronaldo, the first baseman for Laredo, facing a new pitcher, number 23?
23, yes.
23, Massimo Monti. Massimo Monti, the right-hander for the Italians. Hits the batter, Ronaldo Lorenzo. And so now we have runners at first and second.
This is something we saw earlier in the game, so don't be surprised if Jeremy Gabriel puts down a bunt here. Nobody out.
With nobody out, logical play. Let's see how the Italians handle it. You can see the third baseman is moving up some, so let's see what the Italians do to counter this. With 2 runners on, nobody out, Gabriel doing exactly what his tactician coach Manolo Rangel would call for in this situation. Showing bunt, and he lays it down just nicely. Mishandled by the pitcher, and the bases loaded. Pitcher coming off the mound had an opportunity to make a play at first, but was unable to pick up the ball off the turf. And now bases are loaded with nobody out. Number 10, Orlando Guzman, coming up to the plate.
Good job by Jeremy Gabriel on that, putting down the bunt.
Right in the right spot, and the pitcher just mishandled that bunt. Foul ball by Guzman. As the new pitcher, Massimo Monti, is trying to stem the flow of runs here to keep the game at least within reach. 6-1 now, Laredo here in the bottom of the fifth. That one's in the dirt, but the catcher, Bicchiarelli, doing a good job of keeping that in front of him. Umpire giving him a new baseball there. Monti has bases loaded with Orlando Guzman, the right fielder, ready to add to the tally if at all possible here with nobody out. 1-1 the count, and he does, sailing that over a leaping shortstop. The left fielder wisely picking that up and getting that back in to the cutoff at third. But a run scores, and now 7-1 Laredo leads the Italians from Grosetto with Mr.
I will give him credit. That was a nice swing. So, and I don't usually do that. So,
good cut by Orlando Guzman to get that ball to sail just right over the outstretched hand of the shortstop and land perfectly in front of the left fielder. That RBI makes it 7-1 for Laredo. That one is shot down the baseline, foul. And with that shot, you could see the wind is playing a factor. Right now with Massimo Monti on the mound facing the number 9, and that one gets past him. They're also going to play at home, and catcher unable to make that play at home here with Massimo Monti coming off the mound, not getting there in time. Alejandro Galvan at the plate now has runners in scoring positions here, third and second, with no outs, 2 balls, 1 strike. Laredo now leading 8-1 over Italy. That one staying in front. Bicchiarelli, good job of keeping that in front of him. The wind is blowing. You can see it on Massimo Monti's shirt as that wind has whipped up a bit.
And we talked about the pitch count earlier in the game, and it's important for Laredo to try and keep scoring and maybe get a 10-run rule here. That way you save your pitchers, you save JP Briseño for tomorrow also.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's going to be the goal of the team here, to try to get that 10-run mercy rule. And this is the inning when you do it, in the 5th, correct?
Correct, that's correct.
So
nice piece of hitting by
Galvan.
Yes, sir.
And now number 12, Antonio Sanchez, the speedster, gets on. It is 9-1. There are 2 runs away from a mercy rule here, 10-run rule. Runners at the corners, and we're going to make a substitution for runners here to allow Galvan, the catcher, who came in for Chaires, who got hit by a foul ball up and is not returned.
And I wish I could tell you who number 19 is, but like you were saying earlier, there's a thumb there. And
there's a thumb. So we're going to think it's catcher out of his stands, doesn't throw. Runners now in scoring position, third and second, and it could only be Alonso Barbarena, Alejandro Soto, or Ramon de Alba. We can't tell. We have a thumb keeping us guessing here. Sanchez takes ball 2 from Monti here in the bottom of the 5th, as Laredo edges closer and closer to that mercy rule, leading 9-1 over the Italians. And that's a ball. 3 balls, no strikes, nobody out. Nandi, nobody's out just yet.
Hopefully, AJ Sanchez can get a base hit here and call the game.
Well, it helps. I mean, at this point, it also helps the Italians, and their pitchers have already got high pitch counts. And that's going to be ball 3. It looks like our folks over there at the in the production room.
That's past our bedtime. It's 10 o'clock. So
3 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runners at third and second. And that one is low and outside, and Sanchez heads to first base with number 14, top of the order, Enrique Loyola, the second baseman, coming up to face number 23, Massimo Monti, who came in relief of Mattia Muzio. And now the coach wants to have a conversation, and I think he's looking down the bullpen way and asking for another right-hander to come in. And so coming from the bullpen, we'll have someone else come in. So we'll take a quick breather for a second so that we can thank our sponsors. For 50 years, Southern Sanitation has been managing the waste disposal needs of the city of Laredo and the surrounding communities, doing its part in helping keep the community clean. Call Southern Sanitation at 956-723-3333 and let us help you manage all your waste disposal needs. Southern Sanitation, celebrating 50 years of service. And we're back after a long commercial break here with the new pitcher for the Italians, number 39, Manuel Arseni, coming on the mound, the left-hander, in relief of Massimo Monti, pitching to Enrique Loyola, the second baseman here, in the bottom of the fifth, as Laredo inches closer to that 10-run rule. Nobody out, 2 balls, 1 strike here in the bottom of the fifth. It is still an early night, a little after 10 o'clock here, almost 10:30, in a windy, what's turned out to be a windy Friday night. Bases are loaded. Loyola with a chance to push his team over the edge here and get to 11 and get that 10-run rule as they lead 9-1 over Grosetto, Italy. Another foul ball, keeping that alive. Well, you said the team here for Laredo has a lot of talent.
A lot of talent. A lot of talent.
And just about every school represented here. Is San Agustin represented here?
No.
Or was that just Orly?
That was only Orly.
Only Orly. And that one is right up the middle, and there's going to be the 2 runs right there. And that's the ball game there with the 10-run rule here in the 5th inning.
That should be ball game.
And it looks like the umpires are putting their hands up saying, yep.
That's ball game. Runners coming in.
And that is going to be the ball game. So Grosetto, Italy, having a great night up until the 4th inning when Laredo's bat just came to life. Great tactician Manolo Rangel doing what he does best, playing small ball, advancing his team into the next winner's bracket game, and Italy will get a chance to come back. This is double elimination tournament, so game will be tomorrow. Games start tomorrow at 9 a.m. here at Unit Trade Stadium, and we'll close out the night with a thank you to my colleague Valdi Guzman.
Thank you, sir.
Who joined us tonight. Will join us sometime again during this week. We've got more games tomorrow. 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. Take a break for the weather, heat-related weather, and we'll be back. Thank you to our sponsors again. We'll close out the night with some commercials, and a general thank you to all of our sponsors from top to bottom: City of Laredo, County, Webb, UISD, LISD, all of our partners, Ringo's, LSMC, Advanced Spine, and our title sponsor, who is our champion for athletics here in Laredo, Southern Sanitation, and their sister, Southern America.
Life is full of great moments.
We'll close out with some plays.
Shared with friends, family, and loved ones. But for some, pain deprives us from fully enjoying these moments. If chronic pain is keeping you from fully enjoying life, there is hope. Hi, I'm Dr. Marta Martinez. At Advanced Spine Pain Solutions, we're dedicated to treating our patients with the most advanced and compassionate care possible. Visit us for an evaluation and let our experienced staff help you get back to living a pain-free life.
For 50 years, Southern Sanitation has been managing the waste disposal needs of the city of Laredo and the surrounding communities, doing its part in helping keep the community clean. Call Southern Sanitation at 956-723-3333 and let us help you manage all your waste disposal needs. Southern Sanitation, celebrating 50 years of service.